I have always wanted to visit Bhutan, a magical Buddhist place in the Himalayas, voted happiest country in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, say hi to my trusted guide, Sonam.
Hello, Kuzu.
Yes.
Reporting from Dorchula Pass.
Dorchula Pass, okay. I'm feeling out of breath right now because we're pretty high up. We are at 10,000 feet, and I'm just going to let people see this. Wow, there's the Himalayas. So Bhutan is really a land of many, many mountains, right at the East Himalaya range. And now over there, I see a pretty big one. Well, tell me about that mountain.
So that is our highest mountain in the country, called
Gangkar Pinsum.
It is
Gangkar Pinsum.
Gangkar Pinsum is about 7,000 meters. 7,000. If I tell you the exact, it is 7,574 meters.
7,574.
It's the highest mountain in the world which is never climbed.
Wait a minute, no one climbs it?
Nobody climbed, and it's a virgin.
It's a virgin mountain.
Yes. So
cannot be climbed. It's probably difficult to climb.
It was difficult, but now with the modern technology, they may be yes.
Okay.
But now not allowed.
Okay, so no one's climbing Gangkar Pinsum. That's in Bhutan, 7,500. And we already know that there's 14 mountains in the world that are above 8,000 meters. They're all here in the Himalayas. Hey, my friend, Mr. Sonam, thank you for bringing me up here to the 108 stupas at Dorchula Pass.
Actually, I would say that we are lucky too. There's a sun, otherwise we'll be frozen here.
Yes, in the back you can actually see the Himalayas, so we're feeling pretty good. We have a beautiful view here. Also, this is the highest point that we're going to be at 10,000 feet.
Right, correct, yes.
And it's cold. It's not that cold.
The sun is helping us to warm up.
If the sun went down, it'd be a different story.
Thank the sun.
Okay, it's about 8:30 in the morning. The sun is out. It's going to be a gorgeous day. And from here, the highest point, we're going to go down into the valley, right?
To the tropical.
We're doing tropical. So
in 1 hour.
I'll have a bathing suit on in an hour.
We will swim in the river. In 1 hour, downhill.
Okay, I just want everyone to take a look. Look at that beautiful view of the eastern Himalayas. The largest mountain in Bhutan is behind us there at 7,500 meters, which is unbelievable if we think about
and
the
other thing is that if we remove the thing, then this is going to be frozen here. So better always hide this. Yeah.
I like your hairstyle. Yeah, that's very fashionable in the United
Thank you,
States. People are shaving it all off.
But I told you, I'm so much worried. The ladies started calling me uncle.
The ladies calling you uncle.
I don't like it. I get embarrassed myself.
Well, that's a form of respect, and respect is very important here in Bhutan. It's gorgeous. Look, one more view here of this gorgeous panorama as we head down from the valley from Dorchula Pass at 10,000 feet. See you later. Traveling from Thimphu up to the Dorchula Pass and all the way down into the Punakha Valley was magical. The cities themselves looked like they were frozen in time, and the temperature warmed up at least 20 degrees. Plus, I had a lot of nervous excitement seeing the Punakha suspension bridge for the first time. Right, we're at the Punakha suspension bridge, and it spans the gorge about 230 meters, and it's about 100 meters off the ground. And it's made of these cables and metal that's meant to gently sway in the wind. What happened to the old bridge, you ask? Well, it collapsed in the flood. So they put this one in, and people like to walk across it. Am I a little scared? Yeah, a little bit, but let's go across. Hello. Halfway across the Punakha suspension bridge, and it's swaying gently. Sometimes when the wind blows and there's a lot of people in here, it sways more. Is it a little scary? Yeah, a little bit. But there's a couple of tricks you can learn to not get scared. One, don't look down. And two, just look straight ahead. If you look straight ahead, it just looks like you're walking anywhere. And does that work 100% of the time? No, but it's close. There's a few things you definitely shouldn't do. You shouldn't shake it, rattle it, or do anything crazy unless you want an amusement park ride. But so far, so good. I see some people coming behind, and while we can walk without anyone else on here shaking it, I'm going to do that. Mr. Sonam.
Hello.
You know what? You didn't really mention that it would be a little scary out here today.
I never tell ahead of the time because otherwise people will not come here. It's going to be a surprise. I always keep a surprise
Okay,
for my guests.
here's the craziest part. This is just to me. We're about 2/3 of the way along the way, but it does seem to me that the scariest part is still to go.
Correct. You're right.
I learned to not look down. Here on the bridge, it doesn't start off scary, but then it gets scary in the middle, and it gets even scarier at the very last little bit because you're just over the water and you're swinging, and your mind is thinking all kinds of things, like how do these little cables stay and keep us? But I made it alive. Trying to visit every country in the world?
Hoping to.
That's amazing. We haven't met before, but my channel is called Highroads Traveler, and I am also trying to visit every country in the world.
Fantastic. How many have you done so far?
Bhutan is country number 141.
Wow, we're only at about 110.
Ooh,
You've got us beaten.
whoa.
But yeah, we've done about 110.
Well, that's great. Well, it's awesome to meet you, especially fellow world traveler, Regan from Gold Coast, Australia, who's just navigated, along with me, I did it too, the Punakha Suspension Bridge in Bhutan.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Just when I was celebrating my trip across the Punakha Suspension Bridge, I realized I have to go back across. Okay, mission complete. I wanted to do it, and I didn't really want to do it, but now that I did it, I'm glad. Ladies, did you go over the suspension bridge? And was it a little bit scary?
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 10.
And what is your name?
My name is Mira.
And your name is Mira. That's a nice name. And how old are you?
8.
And what is your name?
My name is Mira.
Melina. You're not going to believe this, but my grandmother's name was Melina. She was from Italy, and then she came to the United States, and her name was changed to Amelia, but her name is actually Melina, and she was Grandma Millie. Yeah, hi Melina. It's very nice to meet you. So you like going across the bridge? All right. I was a little scared. Yeah, a little bit, but I made it. Well, it's great to meet you. I hope you have a great travel.